Hey there guys, my name is Tim and welcome to Every Medium. So today's video is almost more so a curiosity than anything serious. My girlfriend and I found this while trash picking, as one does, and I thought it was kind of cool enough to share with a wider audience. You can see they tried to sell this for $15. The house we found it at was recently having an estate sale, but I guess it never sold, and so it ended up here. My girlfriend found it on the side of the road. She saw the box and she kind of immediately knew it would be something weird and wacky I'd kind of want to check out. And let's dive right in. Pop the lid here. Aha! Now some of you may recognize this. I, for one, did not. I've actually never used one of these, never been familiar with them. I saw these wheels and I was like, what in the world is this? You can see here, we've got looks like the full alphabet in all caps on this one. We've got 0 through 9, ACO in lowercase for some reason. Some arrows, some symbols. And then on the back side, it's got all these little fingers. Kind of interesting. We've got a number of these wheels. Ooh, little things popping out. But you can see we've got this one here. Again, all caps, maybe bigger font size or something. We've got this one here. I think this is actually the same as this one. But yeah, all sorts of different labels, wheels, things of that nature. And I was like, man, what in the world is this? And then I picked up one of these and I immediately knew this is actually an embossing label maker. These were really popular back, I guess, before we had digital printable label makers. I did some research. These were invented back in 1959. It looks like is when the patent was filed for. And they've been in popular use ever since. You'll see these in, old classrooms, old computers, laboratories, things of that nature. I guess those are kind of the holdovers where those labels still exist. But you've probably run into some of these if you've dealt with those kind of equipment. I thought this was super cool. I've never had an embossing label maker. It's one of those things that, it always seems cool, but you never really want to buy yourself due to how much they cost. But now I think it's the perfect thing to label all my vintage computers with. Another interesting thing, this was made by Dymo. You may recognize Dymo from modern label makers. They're one of the brands that produces, it looks like someone was numbering things, but they're one of the brands that still produces all of the label makers you'd find and buy on websites like Amazon even today. You can see here we've got yellow label tape, we've got green label tape, and it looks so new. So it made me think, man, this thing can't be that old, right? But when you actually pull it out, it looks, it's got that kind of interesting vintage quality to it. Full stainless steel. Oh, you can see my phone in there. That's what I use to record. This thing is so cool. Looks like we may have the guy's name there. I may want to blur that, put a label with his name on the side. But yeah, it's pretty simple to use. I personally had never used one of these before, so it was a lot of fun learning. This here on the side, you can spin this to bump the label up, so you can use it to make spaces. You can see the label coming out there. Then from there, you just select a letter here. So I can go E, and then you squeeze this trigger to type the current letter. Then we go to V for Every Medium, and then we just go. It's very satisfying. And we'll add a space just by spinning this. Add a couple more spaces. I made this mistake the first time. I just cut it off immediately and it was way too short. And then you push in this is the blade, full manual, and it's cut. And now, oh no, I forgot the second E. You got Every Medium. But yeah, it's really cool. I thought it was so interesting. I've never messed with one of these before. In particular, this is the Dymo 1570 model. Looks like it says SLT, I don't know. Maybe that's the manufacturer of some of the parts on it. And if you see in this box here, not only do we have all of someone's old labels, but we have a vintage instruction manual. So this is the Dymo 1500 series tape writer operating instructions. Something else kind of interesting, Dymo as a company was made in 1958, and if you look at their history says Dymo was founded to manufacture handheld embossing products, specifically tape embossing products, which sounds fine, but if you look at the Wikipedia article for who invented the handheld tape embosser, it isn't the owner of Dymo, and they only filed for the patent in 1959, a year after Dymo was founded. So they're patenting something a year after an entire company, totally unrelated, was put in business just to make their product. I don't know how that works, but I thought it was interesting. Wow, you can see here, our Dymo label maker was assembled by Catherine Kay. That's kind of cool. But yeah, you can really tell the kind of age range this came from. Just in the subtle hints of, as you flip through here, you'll notice there are no electronics in pretty much most of the photos. You can see here, oops, flip it around, got the instructions on how to load the tape. Sorry, this thing I was calling a space maker is a tape feed roller. A letter selection, letter wheels, cutoff levers, embossing handle. Oh, you can put tape compartment in the back. Oh, I should pop it open, see if anything's in there. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about. You can see here, office use. Look at the age of that stuff. That cash register. Is that a stamp? I don't know what that is. Oh, it might be for a date stamp. School uses, you know, just books, a globe, some tennis rackets. Hospital uses. That's some ancient hospital equipment. Unfortunately, I didn't see any dates on here, so I didn't really see anything to give a hint as to when in particular this was manufactured. I did some Googling, but everyone just calls this vintage. But yeah, it's honestly in absolutely beautiful shape. I will definitely be using this to create labels for all of my vintage computers and whatnot from now on. But yeah, just kind of something I wanted to share. It was an interesting curiosity, something you don't really see every day that I thought was pretty cool. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any good ideas for what to label next, you can leave those down in the comment section. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I appreciate you watching. I hope you thought this was as interesting and cool as I did. I've never used one of these vintage label makers, and I thought it was pretty sweet. Just wanted to share. Even better that it's trash picked and free, you know? The best things in life are always free, or something like that. These label wheels are so cool. Kind of reminds me of those typewriter balls from the, I think it was IBM Selectrix, is it? The electronic typewriter balls. Those things are so sweet. But yeah, thought it was pretty cool. If you have any ideas for future videos, if there's anything in particular you want to see, or if you have any questions or feedback or whatnot, you know, feel free to let me know. I just make these videos for fun, just doing things I enjoy. So I'm always up to hear your feedback. Thank you for watching. And this has been Every Medium.